Welcome back to Off-Grid Homes. This is AJ. Today we are talking security when we're designing our house. Let's go take a look. First up is doors and windows. Doors and windows, their placement. Doors are pretty self-explanatory on where they can go, but windows we actually have a choice. The tiny house up on a trailer actually has an advantage to this. Instead of putting very, very large picture windows in, I know they let in a lot of light, but it also is a security issue. When we're talking security, we're talking about other people instead of safety. So when we put our windows in, having them smaller and more out of reach from outside at least. And when it's on a trailer, you actually get a 2-foot jump there from the inside. So that's a benefit. Another idea for windows is to actually put security film on them. This is usually applied to the inside. You can't really tell it's there, and that way you have the ability to withstand an impact to that window and make it resistant to being broken in. Another security issue is visibility. Make sure that you have a peephole installed in your door if it is a solid door. That way you actually can be able to see and see who's out there. Another issue is landscaping. If you have very large bushes and trees, this isn't part of the planning stage for a house, but when you do landscaping, you do have to make sure that there's not very large things. Criminals love to be able to hide between the house and landscaping if it can't be seen from a street or a neighbor. So keep your landscaping on the small side. Also having your landscaping, perhaps especially under your windows, have thorns, something that would be uninviting for somebody to hang out or try to travel through there. Lighting is another issue. You want lighting on the outside as well as the inside. Lighting on the outside ideally would be able to be triggered from the inside, but also if you are not at home, motion detectors, they are plentiful, they're not that expensive. And if you are away from your house, this will get into the security system in a second, but having your lights on inside, either on a timer or being able to remotely control them, would be very helpful to give it the impression that somebody is actually at home. Our last two things that I want to mention aren't usually necessarily considered to be part of the build itself, but as you are getting towards the end, a lot of times they're added on. If you can think about it ahead of time and have good placement for these, it's really helpful. If you are going to have a security system, which might include those lights, or it might include cameras or anything like that, building that into your original plan is very, very helpful. Same thing with a safe, not necessarily a large safe, but something to store valuables in. The most important thing with a safe, though, if you decide to go that route, is to have it hidden and attached. If it is a small safe, most small safes are usually just taken and opened up somewhere else if they are not connected to something that is immovable, hopefully a wall, floor, something like that. Planning ahead for those, a lot of times is not something that most people have as part of their house plan, but it can be very helpful later on if you go ahead and think about it from the beginning. All right, that'll be it for security for today. If you have any other ideas, things that I should have hit, things that I missed, or if you disagree with one of these and say, I don't think that's that important, please comment below. I'll try to respond. We try to do our best here when it comes to planning. So the more ideas we can get, the better. Thank you for joining us. Please like and subscribe. We build it better so we can all live better. See you next time.